Good day, STEM students. This is Felman L. Maninang, your General Physics 2 teacher. Ang teacher sa kalam na may alam. So, to continue our discussion for General Physics 2, nasa week 3 na tayo, I will discuss the first part of our learning activity sheet 2, which is application of electric potential. So, page 1 and 2 to ng inyong learning activity sheet. So, in this video, we'll discuss electric potential in cathode ray tube. Yung tungkol sa X-ray will be discussed on the next video. Okay, so balikan lang natin tong tinuro ko sa previous videos natin, no? Na may kinalaman sa work done is equivalent to the charge multiplied to the electric potential or potential difference between the two plates. So, yan yung kailangan to maintain these protons from moving towards right. Remember, positive plate repels positive charge and the negative plate attracts positive charge. So, kapag binitawan natin to, nag-move siya towards right, it could do work. So, gano'ng kalaking work yon, ito rin po yung paggagamitin mo. Work is equal to QV na product ng charge between electric potential. So, saka ating gamitin tong E is equal to VD kasi may paggagamitan pa tayo niyan eh. Okay, so before I proceed discussing about electric potential, I will first show a video demonstrating what a cathode ray tube is.
A cathode ray tube is the forerunner of the television tube. It is a glass tube from which most of the air has been evacuated. When the two metal plates are connected to a high voltage source, the negatively charged plate, called the cathode, emits an invisible ray. The cathode ray is drawn to the positively charged plate, called the anode, where it passes through a hole and continues traveling to the other end of the tube. When the ray strikes the specially coated surface, the cathode ray produces a strong fluorescence or bright light. When an electric field is applied across the cathode ray tube, the cathode ray is attracted by the plate bearing positive charges. Therefore, a cathode ray must consist of negatively charged particles. We know these negatively charged particles as electrons. A moving charged body behaves like a tiny magnet, and it can interact with an external magnetic field. The electrons are deflected by the magnetic field. As expected, when the direction of the external magnetic field is reversed, the beam of electrons is deflected in the opposite direction.
Okay. So actually maraming discussion na related sa cathode ray tube niya. Pero ano ba yung cathode ray tube niya? Familiar ba tayo dyan? Actually baka hindi na ngayon kasi dati meron tayong tinatawag na picture tube. Yung TV namin dati, yung mga matatambok yung likod. Yung ngayon kasi mga LCD, na LED, iba na yung konseptong ginagamit dyan. So again, medyo hindi natin familiar doon. Pag-usapan lang natin is the electric potential on the plates where the electron passes through. Kung napapansin nyo o naalala nyo kanina, as this electron passes through, no, from the cathode ray passing the anode, ito ay nadideflect. Ang purpose niyan para mabuo natin yung image dun sa picture tube. Remember, pag itong electron sa to, tumama na dun sa surface ng TV, sa likod ha, hindi sa may labas. Sa likod, no, meron yung fluorescence material doon na nag-i-emit ng light. So, depende kung ano ang TV nyo, kung black and white or colored, yun yung ilalabas ng mga lugar na yun. And kung mamahalin pa yung TV nyo, pwede yung meron pa siyang yellow kasi meron kasi yung RGB or red, green, blue, tapos meron yung RGBY, yung may halong yellow. So, yun po yung purpose nun. Kailangan makontrol natin kung saan tatama si electrons. How will we do that? Kukontrolin natin tong work done sa bawat electron sa gitna ng ating plates. So, bago yon, discuss ko muna itong mga parts natin. So, ito yung ating cathode emitter, yung naglalabas ng electron beam. And then we have the anode, saan i-attract yan from this negative plate, i-attract ng positive plate. Tapos ito yung magko-control sa kanya, yung deflecting coils. Nandito po yung pinag-uusapan natin na positive sa negative plate. Kasi dyan po, i-bend yung ating electron beam, no, para mabuo yung image. At hindi isa-isa yun, sabay-sabay niya nagagawa, nakakabuo siya ng iba't ibang deflection ng sabay-sabay using this deflection coil. Okay? So, ito muna, yung isa lang kasi medyo komplikado pag lahat sabay-sabay. So, yung electron natin, ito, nagmo-move siya horizontally and then as it passes through between the plates, it is being bent. So, hindi siya agad bumupunta roon na mamahatak nung ating protons. Siya ay nagbe-bend lang. Kung naaalala nyo pa yung projectile motion, nagbubuo siya ng trajectory kasi dalawang motion yan eh. Meron siya yung horizontal component niya and then since meron external force na parallel sa motion niya, nabe-bend siya. Okay, so yun po yun. And by controlling this uh, potential difference between the two, you could change the angle na to. Okay? So, paano gagawin yun? Iiba-ibahin natin yung work done. Ano ba yung work done for this electron? We could compute that again using this equation. Work is equal to charge times the electric potential. So, yan pa rin po yung equation for that. So, for example, we have 1,000 volts and then we have electron with a charge magnitude of 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19. To get how much work is done, we could multiply that 2 and we will have 1.6 times 10 to the negative 16. So, pwede mo kasi sulatin to ng 1 times 10 to the positive 3, di ba? So, 1 times 1.6, 1.6 yun. 10 to the third power, multiply to 10 to the negative 19, we'll have 10 to the negative 16. Kasi positive 3, negative 19, negative 16. Okay? So, yun lang po yun. So, napakasimple lang po yan. And then, move tayo doon sa second part kasi ito yung bago. Using the same equation, work is equal to QV, no? Pwede nating i-relate yan doon sa potential energy. Now, balikan natin yung sa gravitational potential energy. Kung babalikan natin to, nasa baba. So, kapag tinaas natin yung isang bagay at a certain height, yung work done na ginamit natin doon is equivalent to your potential energy. So, yun po yun, kasi yung height nun, no? And then, when we release that, it will be transformed into kinetic energy. Ibig sabihin, pababa na pababa yung potential energy, magiging kinetic energy. And just before it hits the ground, balik tayo dito, just before it hits the ground, kung ano yung maximum potential energy mo, siya din yung naging maximum kinetic energy natin. So, same thing nangyayari dito. Just before it hits this plate, yun din yung kinetic energy. Kaya dyan naman gagaling yung ikatlo nating equation. So, kung mapansin nyo, di ba, sabi nyo kanina, work is equal to QV. Siya rin pala yung kinetic energy. Siya po yung maximum kinetic energy natin. And then, yung familiar tayo na KE is equal to 1/2 mv square, pwede natin siya ngayong i-combine dito sa bago nating equation for KE, which is the product of charge multiplied to the potential difference. So, transpose lang natin. So, yung 2 taas natin kasi nasa baba siya. And then, yung mass nasa taas, ibababa natin. We will have this equation, which is V or the velocity. Remember, small letter V, na baka malito kayo. So, yung capital letter V is your electric potential or yung voltage, yung potential difference. Iba-iba yung definition niya, but in this portion, pare-parehas yung value niya, yung magnitude niya. So, wala namang problem. So, V is equal to square root of 2 multiplied to the charge of the particle multiplied to the potential difference between the two plates over the mass of the particle. So, yan po yung bago nating equation. So, for example, we have the mass of electrons equivalent to 9.11 times 10 to the negative 28 kilograms. O, baka malito kayo ha. Sa activity sheet natin, negative 31. Pero grams yun. Remember, when we are computing for kinetic energy, we are using kilograms for mass. So, kinonvert na si Hermaninang yan. And then, ito na po. Pag minultiply natin yan, 2 times 1.6 times 1. So, that is 3.2. Tapos, negative 19. Hindi kasi mataas ito. Pag tinaas ko ito, natapat dito, nawawala. So, negative 19. Tapos, yung 1,000 dito, you will have negative 16. Okay, so 3.2 times 10 to the negative 16 divided by 9.11, you will have 0.35 times 10 to the positive 12. Remember, gagawin mong positive to, tapos gagawin mong plus yun, di ba? So, magiging positive 12 po yan. And then, move lang natin, gati standard form, 3.5 times 10 to the 11. No, saan nang galing yung meter square per second square na yan? Balikan lang natin. Remember, ang joules kasi is Newton meter. No, yun po yun eh. So, yung meter, pasok mo sa loob, pwede maging kilogram meter square per second square yun. Kilogram to, tanggal yung kilogram. Naiwan lang yung meter square per second square. So, balikan tayo dito. So, pag in-square natin yan, we will have 5.92 times 10 to the 5th power. Napakabilis nun. Meter per second. Remember, electrons ang pinag-uusapan natin. Pero in comparison to speed of light, wala yun. Almost 1% lang yan ang speed of light. So, 5.92 times 10 to the 5th power meter per second. Yun yung kanyang velocity. So, since alam mo na yung kanyang velocity, no? Tapos alam mo na kung gaano kalaking voltage ang kailangan mo para ma-deflect mo siya per certain angle, pwede mo na siyang kontrolin at patamahin sa iba't ibang bahagi ng picture tube natin to form the image. Actually, komplikado yun. Pinasimple ko lang yung paliwanag, pero komplikado yun. Napakaraming proseso ang nangyayari doon just to form the image sa picture tube. Okay? So, ito yun, no? Pagka diretso lang, sa gitna lang yun, may tuldok lang siya doon. Pero kailangan kasi natin ilipat-lipat at hindi lang isang beam ang nilalabas natin doon. Kung gaano na-experience nyo pa yun, titigan nyo yung harapan ng TV. Makikita nyo maraming tuldok-tuldok yun doon. Yung ganung karami ang pinag-uusapan natin. Okay? So, to get the charge, no, itong point na to, i-add mo lang lahat nung point charges dyan. Kung ilan yung charge na dyan, add mo lang siya. Or mas madali, multiply mo. No? Multiply mo lahat. Kung ilan yung particle dyan, multiply mo sa kanyang charge magnitude. So, for example, meron tayong 1,000 electrons. So, alanganin mag-plus-plus ka dyan na 1.9, 1.9. So, gawin mo, multiply mo na lang. Di ba? 1,000 times 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19C. We will have 1.6 times 10 to the negative 16C. So, inad mo lahat ng mga charge magnitude ng bawat isang electrons dyan. So, ganun lang po yun. Sir, nag-charge pala yung harapan ng TV? Yes. Actually, pagka meron pa kayo sa bahay ng picture tube, subukan yung buksan, tapos patayin nyo. Tapos dikit nyo yung braso nyo. Mararamdaman nyo yung tingling sensation because your hair, yung hair ng braso nyo, will be attracted to the surface of the TV. That is because of the charge of the electrons. Hindi naman po sobrang laki nun. Baka sipin nyo, baka ba overcharge naman yung TV namin. Maliit lang yun. Sabihin mo, 1,000 electrons na to, pero ganyan lang kaliit yan. Okay? So, now, to determine naman, isa pang component na nandiyan sa activity sheet nyo, pwede natin gamitin yung konsepto ng velocity. And remember, alam na natin kung gaano kalayo si cathode ray, kung saan nanggagaling yung ating electron beam, saka yung anode, yung distance niya. At kapag meron tayong velocity and distance, no, kung naalala natin, V is equal to distance over time, pwede natin kunin ang isa pang component, no, yung time. No, gaano katagal from this plate to this plate na magmo-move yung electron. So, pwede natin kunin yon by just transposing yung T, tataas natin, yung V, bababa natin. Kasi yun yung sa may number 5 na mga tanong. No? Inaalam kung gaano katagal. Sir, mahalaga ba yun, sir? Yung timing, medyo hindi na ako masyadong familiar kung paano na siya gagamitin dito sa pagpuo ng image kasi talagang sa deflection lang nakafocus. Pero baka sa ibang konsepto, pwede pa natin magamit yung time. Kasi from that, pwede natin confirm yung velocity. Di ba kasi given na yung distance, pwede mo sukatin yan. Okay, kung yung velocity ba natin ay yun or hindi. Given yung distance tapos yung timing natin. Okay? So yun lang po yung tingin kong application. Pero other than that, medyo hindi na ako familiar kung saan ginagamit yung konsepto ng time. So ganun lang yon. The distance, remember in meters dapat yon divided by the velocity na nakuha natin from this equation. So yan lang po. I hope you have learned about electric potential and how it is being applied to our appliances. So, to know more about electric potential and particularly doon sa ating X-ray, watch my next video in General Physics. Kalma lang!